And feeling the flow. He's got a lot of confidence, like I said, with Odie Bakshi's, Simon Olsen, hitting his stride, second place last round of competition, right? So, and just they're doing all the right things. So
yeah, big time. Yeah, his attitude and everything. He's just a all-around good dude and a fierce competitor to boot.
It's infectious. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. So Ben Hobson will lead. Matthew Bystrak will give chase. Our first turn and burn here, and is our GT Radial top 32. It's hot out here, but it's hotter on the track. Thank you for our fans enduring the heat and the conditions. Just wait 10 minutes. It'll change. Don't worry. All right, coming out of the gate. There's that start chicane. What do we got from that pedal commander? S chassis going to that first outside zone. 1 action, 2 action, into that outside. Look at Bystrak gets into formation. Houston, do we have a problem? Alabama, do we have a problem? Looks like he initiated. We're going to have to take a look overhead. It looked like Bystrak might have gotten too aggressive. And let's break down who's, we don't know who's at fault just yet, but the lead car has to the chase car has to give way to the lead car.
Correct. Yeah, and just shooting from the hip here, looking at it live, I think Bystrak just went a little too hot there, a little too spicy. He was like looking good in the pocket until we seen him come out of the smoke here, but Ben Hobson having a good flick here as they get in outer zone 1. Oh yeah, so he hit the front left tire and completely interrupted Hobson's trajectory there. So just looking at it, it looks like it might have been.
Is Hobson's initiation legal, quote unquote?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the 1-2 maximum, so we're looking for the swing it one way, swing it the second way. That should be your initiation by the time you're into that second move. So without getting confirmation from the judges here, I definitely have to say that's fault's going to be on Bystrak.
And this is where it gets into the rules of excel, decel, right? So,
okay.
So going to that first outside zone. He's got the right movements. Manji, boom, initiate, get in the outside zone. Bystrak, he's going to try to get right to the door. Unfortunately, just maybe too aggressive in that instance.
Yeah.
And, the judges now have to analyze, was Hobson at pace? Did he slow down? Was anybody, so are we getting word here? Are we talking to the judges? Okay, we are getting word. Bystrak is at fault. So basically, with that contact being made, if Bystrak wants to get hands on his car, he has to utilize his one and only NGK competition timeout. That's a 5-minute allotment. Because Hobson's not at fault, he does not have to use his competition timeout. So obviously, if you're smart, Hobson's going to go back to the pits, inspect the car, make sure everything's up to snuff.
Yeah, he gets 10 minutes in this case, I believe. So yeah, that'd be the smart move, and now we'll move on to the next battle.
So right out of the gate, look at that, got a little contact here, and like I said, I think that this is going to be similar to Jersey, where you have a big open wide field, all outside zones, and it looks really unassuming. But then when you start getting all these Type A aggressive drivers, they want to go for it. I think we're going to see some contact, but also I think we're going to see some really beautiful head-to-head battles as well. So take a look at it again.
Yeah, I think Bystrak had a good, it was a good strategy, but it just went 103%, where he needed to really show up against a contender like Hobson. So kudos to him, but it was just a little too spicy.
All right, go ahead and say it. We were downstairs, we're like, what the? And she
landed the multiplier for sure, Tony.
She leveled us, dog.
Wow.
Yep. So, but all joking aside, glad she's okay and glad that the car is back on track. Here we are with the second half of this battle. If you can recall, Hobson initiated, Bystrak got in the back when Bystrak was at fault, shutting down that run. Now alternate the order, Bystrak out front, Ben Hobson in the chase position. Again, Ben Hobson, our #1 qualifier. Let's see how much pressure he wants or needs to put on Bystrak. Bystrak's going to let it all hang out. He's got everything to gain, nothing to lose, or everything to lose right now, because look at that. Ben Hobson does give him a little bit of room here. Let's see how Hobson handles this last outside zone. Bystrak's putting his car in the right place. Ben Hobson maybe pedaling back a little bit, playing it a little bit safer than he would necessarily need to do, because he does have that major advantage over Bystrak and that contact. So I think he did exactly what he needed to do. Nothing X Factor-ish or holy cow, do that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to, obviously don't want an inactive chase, but Hobson kept the pressure enough to put on a good show here. Bystrak does a really good lead run here. It's unfortunate they couldn't complete that first run. Bystrak did come up a bit short there in the outer zone 2. We don't have to compare Hobson because we never made it that far, but Hobson putting just enough pressure in there, making a good mimic here out of outer zone 3, getting in outer zone 4, both filling in outer zone 4 really well here and finishing out the run here. So Hobson's gonna, I assume, move on with the Bystrak at fault, but here's what the judges have to say. Hobson gets the win.
There it is. Slide him left for Hobson, right for Bystrak, and Ben Hobson gets the win. And his pedal commander, S Chassis, congratulations to him. Again, Elton on the roof, repping that Coro Works, got Motegi Racing wheels. Of course, GT Radial, V-Spec tires on every single one of them. Ineos oil running through the veins. A little Holly EFI. So congratulations to Hobson. Advances on in the 16. He's going to be chilling here for quite a bit because again we got